Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
It was a busy week with a number of interesting announcements. After a suspension in Australia, 88 Energy completed a £2.6 million placing at 1.1p. They also confirmed earlier in the week that Charlie 1 is proceeding as planned ahead of the scheduled February 2020 spud date. Permitting of the Yukon acreage is underway ahead of potential drilling in 2021 subject to farm out, and the JV partners plan to conduct a formal farm out process to fund further appraisal of Project Icewine Unconventional. Notwithstanding the 1.1p placing, the share price remained relatively resilient, trading around 1.3p, substantially above the previous 0.7p placing price, around which I mentioned it as a favourite several times towards the end of last year. 88E's previous drilling partner, Red Emperor Resources, issued its quarterly report. RMP continued to conduct due diligence on a number of potential projects, and at the end of the quarter had cash of approximately 5.1 million Australian dollars. It's too early to say anything yet, and regardless of the project, it will undoubtedly need to raise more cash, but it could be a good one for trading with another fully financed big number drill in it. Europa Oil and Gas announced that the major company with whom it has been negotiating has pulled out. Europa now is looking for another partner to drill its Inishkia prospect, which has gross unrisked prospective resources of 1.5 trillion cubic feet of gas and an estimated geological chance of success of 1 in 3. In the meantime, Europa is advancing the site survey process for a drilling location at Inishkia and hopes to obtain permission for the survey to be conducted during summer 2020, which would enable drilling to occur during 2021. Meanwhile, Egdon Resources issued a more positive announcement. They've signed a farm-in agreement with Shell UK in relation to their offshore licences containing the Resolution and Endeavour discoveries. Shell will acquire a 70% interest and pay 85% of seismic costs up to $5 million, plus 100% of all studies and manpower costs up to a well investment decision. It's not the best of terms for EDR, but they were over a barrel, and from personal experience I know Shell negotiate hard. Nevertheless, Egdon bring in a serious partner and validate the merits of the licences. Lecoil appear to have managed a reprieve. Obligations to Optimum Petroleum have been deferred, so that $2 million now is to be paid on or before 20 March 2020, $7.6 million is to be paid on or before 2 May 2020, and evidence of their ability to fund 42.86% of the costs and expenses for drilling the first OPL 310 appraisal well is to be provided by July 2020. So it's back to raising finance again. The challenge they have, though, is that financing deals like the supposed Qatari one don't exist in the real world. Petrol Resources looks like it could be having Middle Eastern financing issues too, but the wily old John Teeling looks like he may have the chances by the short and curlies, having obtained an injunction blocking all trading in the shares issued to this group. The way this stock now trades, it appears there may be substantial short positions in the market. If so, the PET share price could rocket. I highlighted Petrol as a favourite several times last year around 1p, and it subsequently hit 26.5p. It went down as low as 3.85p on Monday last week and back up as high as 14.85p on Friday. What can be said with certainty here is that extreme volatility will continue. Now, if you're interested in knowing my trading ideas and want to read a more critical assessment of some of these and other companies, then subscribe to the private blog at oilnewslondon.com/Allman-Jim. There is no minimum term and you can unsubscribe at any time. There's also a first month trial subscription at 25% of the usual monthly cost, so why not give it a go? For those who are not familiar with me, I focus exclusively on small cap oil and gas companies, and I know this sector inside out. I've been involved in the stock markets, both UK and US, since the early 1980s, and understand exactly how the finance and promotion game works. I also have many years operational and corporate experience in the oil business, which enables me to see very quickly whether or not these companies are telling the truth. It's not investment advice that I offer, and if you want that, you should speak with a financial advisor. I share my take on companies and the markets, and as those who follow me know, I'm rarely wrong about these matters. I'll be back next weekend, and in the meantime, I wish everyone a very successful week.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.